Okay, good morning students. Up to now we have seen the definitions of ring, subring, commutative ring and ring with unity, integral domain, field, several kinds. Okay, ring, commutative ring, ring with unity, integral domain, field. These are several kinds of rings. By their advanced nature of a ring, we categorize these are all the way by their names. Ring, commutative ring, ring with unity, integral domain, field. Okay. In the similar way, there are so many kinds of subsets of a ring. So capital R is a ring and S is a subset. There are several kinds of subsets regarding their nature. On behalf of their nature, their behavior, their conditions, belongs to all these conditions. The subrings are categorized in subsets are categorized in several kinds. Okay, so one of the subset is subring. Now we come to another kind of subset, that is ideal. ఓకేనా, మనకి రింగ్స్లో మనకి ఒక రింగ్ తీసుకుంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ క్యాప్లార్, దానిలో మనకి చాలా వరకు సబ్సెట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఓకేనా, మనం చూసిన ఒక సబ్సెట్ ఏంటంటే సబ్ రింగ్. అయితే వాళ్ళ బిహేవియర్, వాటి నేచర్, వాటి కండిషన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని సబ్సెట్స్ని కొన్ని రకాలుగా మనం కేటగరైజ్ చేసాం. వాటిలో ఒకటి సబ్ రింగ్, ఇంకొకటి ఇప్పుడు మనం వచ్చే ఇంకో సబ్సెట్ ఏంటంటే ఐడియల్. అనదర్ కైండ్ ఈజ్ ఐడియల్. So what is an ideal? So come to the definition. Let capital R be a ring. And for example capital U is a non-empty subset. Capital U is a non-empty subset of capital R. Okay, so capital R is a ring and U is a non-empty subset of a capital R. Now we say this capital U is an ideal of capital R. U ni capital R ki ideal ani cheppali ante there are two conditions. One is A minus B belongs to U for all A comma B belongs to U. This is the first one. Another one is AR comma RA belongs to U. AR comma RA belongs to U for A belongs to U and small r belongs to capital R. For small a belongs to U and small r belongs to capital R. If these two conditions are exist in capital U, then capital U is an ideal of capital R. Okay, ఒక నాన్ ఎంప్టీ సెట్ ని ఐడియల్ చెప్పాలంటే ఈ రెండు కండిషన్స్ ఉండాలి. ఏమిటా రెండు? A minus B belongs to U for all A comma B belongs to U. For any two elements in A comma B, A minus B also must be in capital U. Second one is AR and RA, these two are must be in U. AR RA రెండు కూడా యూలో ఉండాలి. అయితే ఇందులో AR రెండు కూడా యూలో కాదు. వన్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ U, దట్ ఈస్ A belongs to U and small r belongs to capital R. Okay, with these two conditions we say capital U is an ideal of capital R. So let capital R be a ring and U is a non-empty subset of capital R. U is called an ideal. U is called an ideal of capital R if first one A minus B belongs to U for all A comma B belongs to U. Second one AR comma RA belongs to U for all small a belongs to U and small r belongs to capital R. Okay, this is the ideal definition. Let capital R be a ring and U is a non-empty subset of capital R. Here U is called an ideal of R if A minus B belongs to U for all A comma B belongs to U and AR comma RA belongs to U for all A belongs to U and small r belongs to capital R. Okay, in this ideal there are again so many kinds. Okay na? For example, in your lower classes, మీ చిన్నప్పుడు క్లాసులకు వెళ్తే దట్ ఈస్ ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఆర్ 10th class whatever it may be, in set theory if you take any capital A capital B, we represent for example A subset B. In some circumstances we are in some problems, we see A subset B or A subset are equal to B. What is the difference between these two? A subset B, A subset are equal to B. In this situation, A substar equal to B, basically A subset B means here capital B, inside of B capital A. So A is strictly subset of capital B. Whereas in A substar equal to B, there is a possibility of A equal to B. A substar equal to B లో AB ఒకటే సెట్ అవ్వడానికి పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంటుంది A substar equal to B లో. But whereas in A subset B, there is no equality. A not equal to B. A is strictly subset of capital B. Okay na? These kinds are sets. Here A subset B, here A is called proper subset. Okay, A subset B means here A is called proper subset of capital B, whereas if we define A subset are equal to B, these type of subsets are called improper subsets. Improper subsets. In the similar manner, if here we take here by this definition we see capital U is an ideal. Okay na? If U is strictly subset capital R, then U is called proper ideal. If U is strictly subset R, then U is called proper ideal, whereas if U subset are equal to capital R, then U is called improper ideal. U is called improper ideal. Okay na? So write these 2 points are as a note. First point, an ideal U of capital R with U strictly subset capital R, then U is called a proper ideal. U is called a proper ideal. So for second one, if U subset are equal to capital R, if U subset are equal to capital R, then U is called an improper ideal. U is called an improper ideal. Okay na? So here U subset capital R అయితే proper ideal అంటాం. U subset are equal to capital R అంటే improper ideal అంటాం. Is called improper ideal. Okay. Next, now come to a small result, small theorem regarding this ideal. Suppose here capital U is an ideal of a ring capital R, and if 1 belongs to U, then we are going to prove U equal to R. We are going to prove U equal to R. What this means? If in an ideal U, if 1 belongs to U, then U equal to R. That means by this statement, what we have come to know? Here, if an ideal U equal to R, then U is called improper ideal. U is called an improper ideal. Okay, this topic, this explanation we are going to after this completion of proof. Okay, మనం దీని explanation proof అయిన తర్వాత చెప్తాం మీకు. Next, come to our statement, main statement. If U is an ideal of a ring capital R, and if 1 belongs to U, then U equal to R. If an ideal contain, if any ideal containing 1, then directly U equal to capital R. ఓకేనా? మనం ఏం ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు? ఏదైనా ఒక ఐడియాలో కనుక 1 ఉందంటే చాలు, ఆ U కాస్త డైరెక్ట్గా రింగ్కి ఈక్వల్ అయిపోతుంది. U equal to capital R. That is what we are going to prove. For that, we have to remind at every time plus, or we don't forget the second condition of ideal. Ideal definition of second condition ఎప్పుడు కూడా మర్చిపోకూడదు. So what is the definition of ideal? What are the 2 conditions of ideal? A minus B belongs to U for all A comma B belongs to U. This is first one. Second one is most important. AR comma RA belongs to U for here A belongs to U and smaller belongs to capital R. That is the multiplication of 2 numbers, one from ideal and one from another from R, must be belongs to U. Ideal లో ఒక ఎలిమెంట్, రింగ్ లో ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకుంటే వాటి మల్టిప్లికేషన్ మళ్ళీ ఐడియల్ లో ఉండాలి. This is the second condition. Okay, don't forget this. Now come to the proof. Suppose capital U is an ideal of a ring capital R, and already they are given 1 belongs to U and 1 belongs to U. Now we are going to prove. Now we prove u equal to Kepler. U equal to Kepler. Again come to our lower sections. Set theory. If we want to show two sets are equal, A equal to B, if and only if we already know A subset B and B subset A. If A subset for any two sets A and B, if A subset B and B subset A, then A equal to B. How we can prove A subset B? A subset B ఎలా prove చేస్తాం? If we take an element in capital A and then we prove the same element belongs to capital B, then A subset B. A subset B ఎలా prove చేస్తాం? A లో తీసుకున్న ఎలిమెంట్ మళ్ళీ B లో వస్తే then A subset B. So similarly if A subset B and B subset A అయితే then A equal to B. Here also in the like manner we have to prove here U equal to Kepler. So what we are going to prove? A equal to B means A subset B and B subset A, then A equal to B. In the similar manner U equal to R. What we are going to prove? U subset Kepler and R subset capital U. Okay. Now A subset B means how we can prove A subset B? If we take an element X in A and then we proved that same element belongs to capital B. A లో ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకుంటే అదే ఎలిమెంట్ B లో వస్తే then A subset B. Okay, so to prove U equal to R, now we are going to prove both are these. A subset R and R subset U. Now come, here U is an ideal of R. Ideal means it is already a subset of Kepler. Since U is an ideal, since U is an ideal of Kepler, comma, U is already subset of Kepler, call it as 1. So U అనేది ideal అంటే ఏంటి? First of all U అనేది ఒక subset of Kepler. So by the definition of ideal, directly U subset Kepler. Now it remains to show that R subset U. ఇక U equal to R చెప్పాలంటే మిగిలింది ఏంటి? R subset capital U. So next we are going to prove R subset U. How we can prove R subset U? If we take any element small x in Kepler, then we are going to prove the same x belongs to capital U. R లో తీసుకున్న ఎలిమెంట్ సార్ E లో వస్తే R subset U అవుతుంది. సో దానికోసం let x belongs to R. Let x belongs to R. We already have, since x belongs to R and 1 belongs to U and 1 belongs to U and U is an ideal and U is an ideal of Kepler, comma, by the second condition, x ఏమో R లో ఉంది, 1 ఏమో U లో ఉంది. Here we have x belongs to R and 1 belongs to U. Here U is already an ideal of R. So what is the second condition of ideal? If A belongs to U and R belongs to Kepler, implies AR, RA belongs to capital U. In the similar manner, x belongs to R and 1 belongs to U, comma, we have this x into 1 belongs to U. A belongs to U, R belongs to R implies AR belongs to U. In the like way, we have x belongs to R and 1 belongs to U implies x into 1 belongs to U. So that implies x into 1 means x belongs to U. So therefore, we are already taken x belongs to Kepler. We take x belongs to R implies we prove x belongs to U. R లో this next U లో వచ్చింది కాబట్టి therefore R subset U, call it as second. So in 1 U subset R, from 2 R subset U. So from 1 and 2, therefore from 1 and 2 we have U equal to Kepler. U equal to Kepler. Okay, so we proved. Now come to the concept, what this statement telling us. ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ మనకి ఏం చెప్తోంది? What we are going to prove? If we 1 belongs to U, then U equal to Kepler. Okay na? Before this theorem, we see two kinds of subsets, proper and improper. We wrote as node points 1 and 2. Okay, node points కూడా రాసుకున్నాం వీని ముందు. Proper and improper ideals. Capital U is if strictly subset Kepler, then U is called proper. If U subset are equal to Kepler, then U is called improper. Okay, here U equal to, so here U subset equal to means there is a possibility to U equal to Kepler. If U equal to R, then also we say that U is an improper ideal. U equal to R and U improper అని చెప్పొచ్చు. Here U equal to Kepler. So here what is U? Improper. So an improper ideal contains 1 like this way. If 1 belongs to A, then U equal to R, what we are saying. So what it means? If 1 belongs to U, then U equal to R. In the similar manner, if 1 does not belongs to U, then U not equal to capital R. U not equal to capital R means U strictly subset capital R. U strictly subset capital R means U is a proper ideal. So in proper ideal, 1 need not be in U, but in improper ideal, 1 must be belongs to U. Proper ideal lo 1 undalsina avasaram ledu, but improper ideal lo 1 compulsory ga untundi. That is the main concept of this theorem. Okay. Next comes to a theorem. A field has no proper ideal. A field has no proper ideal. Field లో ప్రాపర్ ఐడియల్ ఉండకూడదంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? ఇంప్రాపర్ ఐడియల్స్ ఉండాలి. ఓకే, ఫర్గెట్ అబౌట్ ద నోట్ పాయింట్ రిగార్డింగ్ proper and improper ideals. Remember that only improper ideals of a field, only improper ideals of a set, if we take capital R, a ring, only the improper ideals are 2, set 0 and capital R itself. Only these two are improper ideals and remaining are all proper ideals. Okay, except these two, if we have capital A, an ideal of R, for example capital U, an ideal of R, U not equal to set 0 and U not equal to capital R, then U is proper. Then U is proper. So in a ring capital R, only the improper ideals are set 0 and capital R itself. These two are improper ideals. Improper ideals. So here what we see, a field has no proper ideals. That means, and a field of proper ideals ఉండకూడదు. That means a field has only improper ideals. Okay, the statement, same statement is just like other way. The only ideals of a field capital F are set 0 and capital F itself. స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇలా అని అడుగుతారు అంటే ఒక ఫీల్డ్లో ఉండే ఐడియల్స్ కేవలం ఈ రెండు మాత్రమే, సెట్ 0 and capital F itself. Set 0 and capital F, these two are called improper ideals. That is that given in the first sentence. A field has no proper ideals. Okay, that is what we are going to prove. Now come to the proof. Let capital F is a field and U is an ideal of capital R. F name of field is now, here U is an ideal of R capital R. Now what we are going to prove? Here capital U is an improper ideal. Why? Because statement is a field has no proper ideals. Field లో proper ideals ఉండకూడదు అని. ఒకవేళ ఐడియల్ ఉంటే అది అవ్వాలి, ఇంప్రాపర్ ఐడియల్ అవ్వాలి. Okay, so that is we take, here we say U is an ideal of capital R. Now what we are going to prove? This U is not a proper ideal. That means U is an improper ideal. That is what we are going to prove. What are the improper ideals of a field? Set 0 and the ring itself. Here ring is capital F. So that is U equal to either set 0 or U equal to capital R. That is what we are going to prove. Okay. Now, so ఇప్పుడు దాకా చూస్తే F అనేది ఫీల్డ్ అవుతుంది, U is ideal. Now come to the proof. Suppose U not equal to set 0. Now we prove U equal to capital R. In the similar manner as above, if we two sets are A equal to B, what we are going to prove? A subset B and B subset capital A. A subset B and B subset capital A. Okay. Now we prove U equal to capital R. Okay. Since already U is an ideal of, capital F is here capital F not R, U equal to capital F. Okay. So U equal to capital F, what we are going to prove? Since U is an ideal of capital F, ideal అంటే already subset అవుతుంది. Ideal means it is already a subset. So U subset capital F. U subset capital F. So now see the diagram. This is capital F and this is U. Okay. If we take any non-zero element x belongs to U, okay, x belongs to capital F also. So let x not equal to 0 belongs to U. So that implies x belongs to capital F. ఎందుకు U అనేది F subset కాబట్టి every element of x must be in U. Okay na? Therefore here x not equal to 0 belongs to capital F. In capital F, x is a non-zero element, but capital F is a field. What is a field? Commutative ring with unity each non-zero element having multiplicative inverse. Okay na? So in capital F, X is a non-zero element. So since capital F is a field, F field kabatti X inverse is also belongs to capital F. X inverse is also belongs to capital F. Now therefore X belongs to U here. X inverse belongs to capital F. Okay na? Here U is an ideal. So by the definition of ideal, second condition, multiplication of an element from U and element from capital F, that is X into X inverse compulsory belongs to ideal. Ideal definition prakaranga A belongs to U, R belongs to R, then AR belongs to U. In the similar manner, X belongs to U, X inverse belongs to F implies X into X inverse belongs to U, since U is ideal. Since U is ideal, X into X inverse means 1 belongs to U. 1 belongs to U. From the previous theorem, what we prove? If in an ideal containing 1, then 1 equal to, then U equal to capital R. So similarly, 1 belongs to U implies U equal to capital F. So we take an ideal U. If U not equal to 0, then U equal to capital F. Therefore, U is an improper ideal. U is an improper ideal. U is an improper ideal. Okay. So here we take an ideal U. We are going to prove U is an improper. That equal to U equal to set 0 or U equal to capital F. We assume U not equal to set 0. Then what we prove? U equal to capital F. In the similar manner, if U not equal to F, then U equal to set 0. So in either way, U is an improper ideal. Okay. Therefore, your field has no proper ideal. That is the conclusion. Okay.